Paul, ABC's been the home to the Academy Awards for as long as some people can remember. What benefit does the network stand to gain from airing an event whose viewership is declining and whose costs are about $75 million to broadcast?
That's a great question. I think it's about prestige. You don't really want to lose that Oscar telecast, even though viewership has waned and actually changed so much over the years. You can tell that ABC has been trying to get a younger demographic, and by going with Seth Farland, maybe they can bridge that gap between the younger audience and the older audience. And I think Seth will bring a little edge to this. A lot of musical numbers is what I'm hearing. And so for the telecast itself, having the crop of 9 Best Picture films, or Best Picture nominees, I should say, earning close to $1 billion at the box office. You've got a lot of people who have seen a lot of these movies that have a vested interest in watching the telecast.
Paul, how has social media changed the way Oscar-nominated films are promoted? How has it helped level the playing field for, say, smaller independent studios who don't have the funds to plaster posters all over the country?
Yeah, that has changed things in marketing in general for movies, but for smaller films, it's definitely, like you say, leveled the playing field because your peer group can talk about these movies. You don't have to wait for a critic. You don't have to wait for the studio to talk about a movie. If your friends, family, colleagues are tweeting about a movie, they're on Facebook talking about a particular film, it can build a groundswell for a film and actually improve its box office and raise its profile. So it's very important.
Paul, let's go over some of the nominations. Best Picture category, Lincoln received the most with 12, and it still has the most buzz. Is it still the front runner?
Well, I think Lincoln, when it was nominated, like you say, for 12 Academy Awards, the most of any film in the crop, or in this group, that it was sort of the front runner at that point. And Ben Affleck, who was not nominated for director for Argo, that was a big snub. So everybody thought the momentum was with Lincoln. But I think it shifted back to Argo. Argo's become an underdog at this point because it was snubbed for Best Director. And a lot of the accolades and awards that have come since the nominations have gone for Argo. So we could see a big win there. But of course, Affleck will not get Director, unfortunately.
Paul, Steven Spielberg, he's won 2 Oscars for Best Director, Schindler's List and Saving Private Ryan. Is he going to pick up a third on Sunday night?
I think that would be a perfect thing to happen. I mean, obviously, if Argo wins for Best Picture, Lincoln was a tremendous movie, beautifully directed, beautifully written film. And, of course, Daniel Day-Lewis, who is my pick to win for Best Actor, clearly. But that would be a nice win for Spielberg. Or, who knows, maybe Ang Lee gets it for Life of Pi. He directed the heck out of that movie. So that one's sort of up for grabs there, I think.
So you say Daniel Day-Lewis and Best Actor. Is it a 2-man race between him and Denzel Washington?
I think that's maybe the closest matchup there, but also Bradley Cooper in Silver Linings Playbook was so incredible, and so it's a tough category. All the categories are tough. If you look at Best Actress, you have Jennifer Lawrence for Silver Linings Playbook, Jessica Chastain for Zero Dark 30. Those two, for me, just absolutely killed it. They did incredible work in those movies. What a great category.
Jessica Chastain, is she the front runner? 2011 that helped thrust her onto the list of Hollywood stars. Is this going to cement her status?
Well, already her status is cemented. She is a chameleon. She can play any kind of role. Jessica Chastain is somebody who's been in a lot of movies over the past 3 or 4 years, but she looks different in every role. She's like Cate Blanchett, a total chameleon. But then you have Jennifer Lawrence, who's like 22, 23 years old, also doing incredible work from The Hunger Games and now to Silver Linings Playbook. So this is going to be a great Oscars to watch, for sure.